Hello friends and welcome to the channel. Today we will be demystifying sign in with Apple. This will be a long series of videos in which we will discuss and do practical implementation of almost all of the topics listed in this series. I know this seems like an easy topic and there are many blogs and tutorials available on the internet that guide how to implement sign in with Apple in your application. But believe me, it is more than that, and there are many cases that I found missing in those blogs and tutorials. Let's check out the contents first and what all we will be covering in this video series. I'll be doing this topic in parts so that the video doesn't get too lengthy. Here are the contents. First, we'll create an app ID, then we'll configure the sign in with Apple with respect to that app ID. Sign in with Apple client code in Swift, Apple button default or custom, AS authorization Apple ID request, AS authorization Apple ID credential, AS password credential. We'll learn everything in detail. Choosing which authorization is best, understanding identity token, what all field it contains, understanding auth code, securing requests with nonce and state while sending the auth code and the identity token to our backend, creating keys for signing with Apple. This key will help in fetching a lot of data from Apple. Authentication of authorization code, basically validating an authorization code. Then we'll see how to verify identity token, how to get access and refresh tokens, which will help in revocation as well. Handle credential state changes. So you'll see within the application when a user is revoking a token, then how should the app behave. Server notifications, this is new, not very new, but yeah, I'm not sure how many guys you are using that. There is a webhook facility where whenever there is a change in the credential state of sign in with Apple, your server is being notified, and we'll see all the server notifications in detail. Like if a customer stop using Apple ID or the customer disables the email, everything is being sent to the server as well. Transfer credential state, so this is something new. Whenever you are transferring the application to other developer team, then how we should manage and how the app should behave. Revoking tokens at server, so how we can revoke the tokens, and this is very useful when you are deleting the account, so you need to revoke the tokens, and we'll see everything in detail. Handle notification for token revoke, so this is the in-app notification which we should write in the application so that the app should behave as per the credential state. Understanding services IDs for web sign in with Apple. So if you want to integrate sign with Apple in your web, then we'll talk about that as well. Prevent duplicate accounts. We'll see how we can make sure that no more duplicate accounts are being created for the same customer. Private relay email whitelisting, it means, like, if you're hiding the email and then you want your email, whatever the email is sent to the uh, hide my email email box, so that should bounce back to your original email box. We'll also see some of the cases, very common cases with sign in with Apple. SSO supporting multiple apps of same developer team. So if we have a single developer team with 3 apps and all the 3 apps point to the same user base, same user database, and one app chooses hide my email, one app chooses share my email to create an account, then how we can handle that. Handling existing user login with Apple. So if there is a user already logged in with Apple, then what's the best way to fetch the credentials? We can discuss that as well. Delete account. So when you're deleting an account within the application, then you should also revoke the token silently for the user without interfering the user, so that when the user comes back to the app again and press sign in with Apple, he will face the same experience which he faced when he first installed our application and did sign in with Apple. So let us demystify together sign in with Apple. Let's go to the developer portal and we need to create an app ID. So I'll click on identifiers, click on plus, app ID, select a type app. You can add any description you want. I'll just add this Apple sign in with Apple test, and let us create a bundle ID, something like this, com.yt.sign in with Apple, or I should write com.yt test. dot siwa. Let us see if this is available. Go to the bottom, click on sign in with Apple and click on edit and make this as enable as a primary app ID, and then you can click save, click on continue, click on register, and yes, we got this. So once you open this, you can see this is your bundle ID and this is your team ID. Now let's go to the profile section, and in this profile section we need to create the provisioning profile for the application which we just created, and I'll keep only the development profile for the time being. Choose your app ID, click on continue, choose my certificate, choose my phone, and let's name it something simple. Click on generate and I can download it. We will go to this key section later on to verify the identity token, authorization code, and getting the access and refresh tokens. So let's create a new project, iOS app. I'll name this SIWA, and the bundle identifier will be the one that I just created, com.yttest.siwa. I'll keep that as storyboard, language Swift, next, and I'll just toss it in this SIWA folder. So now I have the provisioning profile with me, so either I can just double click it and drag it on Xcode to install it. Let's go to signing and capabilities and make sure that you remove this, the project name, and your bundle ID should match with the exact name. And as soon as you correct the bundle ID, it will just pick the provisioning profile up. Also make sure to add the capability, click on all, and in the capability just write sign in with Apple and just add it. So it will be automatically added as an entitlement here, you can see. Okay, we'll do the coding part in the next video. Stay tuned.